Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Cancer, June 18, 2022. You can get to the very root of problems today, particularly those related to pursuing your goals and performing at your best. While it can involve some discomfort, it's a perfect time for taking actions that move you toward resolutions. Issues with a parent, boss, or authority figure may come to a head now, and bringing them out into the open can be helpful. It's a fine time to take the lead or go your own way, and it's a good, creative day for getting work done. As the day advances, you pay more attention to rules, structures, and goals. Excellent energy is with you for meeting responsibilities and enjoying a feeling of certainty or purposefulness. It's a time for accepting reality in your life and feeling stronger for it. Emotional or intimate matters benefit from clearer expectations. Strength is very much admired today. Either others are impressed by your strength, or you seek out the strength in another. It is the direct approach that you need to take, rather than beating around the bush or whispering sweet nothings. If you have something to say to your nearest and dearest, then say it loud and clear, don't mumble. How do you feel about your position of authority in your career path? Since Mars conjuncts Chiron in Aries today, you might feel remarkably raw about your professional path. Your accomplishments, achievements, status, and legacy come to mind. More importantly, you may feel a sense of failure or even focus more on your shortcomings during this conjunction. While it can be easy to focus on what has not worked, you need to remember that you have the authority to take your career path in whatever direction you want. You have the power to make progress with your ambitions. Watch out for the illusions you may have. Something in you is strongly resisting the reality that you see before your eyes. You know that you need to adjust your current projects and undertakings. But you refuse to do this, just as you refuse to spend the money necessary to launch a project. Reality is stronger than you. Why fight it? Your friends may come up with surprising proposals today. Trust your intuition and decide whether you want to go along with them. Their idea might seem a little strange at first. Don't turn it down, but check it out in detail. New opportunities may open up for you, reinvigorating your life. Your brain is about a million paces ahead of the rest of you, so watch out for sudden outbursts of gibberish that might not make sense even to you. You no longer want to live in your dreams and memories. You feel like going out, getting to know new people and having some fun. Remain open to all new experience and pleasure entering your life. Giving in to these urges is good for you. Even if you don't find your ideal love, you never know where it may lead. Don't worry about being productive today. It might turn out to be one of the most accomplished days you've had for a long time. The cosmic energy that surrounded you yesterday is still present, and if you didn't get everything done that you wanted to, you're sure to do so. Dig your heels in and go, go, go. Things will be done in no time flat, with some to spare at that. If there's a creative hobby you're into, do some of this as well. You'll find it rewarding. Work with someone else on this day. You will find making a connection with another individual and combining your talents to be a perfect way to spend time. You will soon discover that you will be able to accomplish far more than on your own under this essence. Be sure to save a little time and energy for after hours. Make plans to get together with someone special, if possible. You are sure to enjoy this very much. While the Sun has just formed a friendly aspect to Saturn, this is now being supported by the Moon, whose influence is not only strengthening this but is a lot more inviting to lean into. In the final days of your old solar year and with your birthday month and new solar year beginning early next week, the Sun is encouraging you to lean into a call to make the coming weekend as lazy as you want it to be. After a busy start to this week and an even busier week next week, the Sun is inviting you to use the coming weekend as a much-needed circuit breaker. The Moon's departure from your relationship sector yesterday was always going to leave you feeling more emotionally engaged. However, a clash with the dwarf planet Ceres in Cancer and a friendly aspect to Venus, the planet of love, has left you with both a sense of confidence and a better sense of what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. Our eyes in the sky. With the moon in spontaneous, expansive and adventurous Aquarius, you're ready to stay out all night and party the hours away, but deep down somewhere you know that operating in non-stop entertainment mode has to come to an end at some point, and that point should probably be well before dawn if you have anything productive to do in the morning. Right? At the same time, we see a T-square forming between the Moon, Sun and Neptune in mutable signs, creating adaptability and a drive to submerge yourself in whatever's going on around you. While these can be very positive things, you'll have to be careful not to get too caught up in just going with the flow, bruh. This is classic. If your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump too? Energy that the universe is throwing your way. Being too flexible and pliable, aka playable, can lead to trouble, especially in combination with the fiery Sag full moon. Your communication skills and mental clarity could take a small hit when the moon forms an unbalanced aspect to Mercury later in the afternoon. If you've been working hard all day, now would be a good time to take a break and indulge in a healthy snack. As evening falls, you'll likely be in the mood for adventure and socialization. If you can swing it, try to make some plans to meet your best pals for dinner, and be sure to try out a place you've never been to before. In the pre-dawn hours, Mercury in Cancer forms a sextile to Uranus in Taurus, expanding our minds. This transit allows us to have dynamic conversations which broaden our awareness without causing controversy. Discussions may center around concepts of radical care and compassion, or how to foster empathy. We tend to assume that caring for others means to hold space for their comfort, which is not entirely inaccurate. However, there comes a time when comfort becomes coddling, which hinders one's ability to evolve and thrive. It is currently valuable to push others a bit outside of their conceptual comfort zones, and we expect the same treatment in return. In this way, self-discovery becomes the mechanism for engagement in the wider world. After sunup, the moon sextiles Saturn in Aquarius. While we might typically jump into a new adventure without much forethought under the optimistic Aquarius moon, Saturn provides patience and aids us in planning an agenda we can be confident in. Resultingly, our enthusiasm for the moment stays intact, but we can also get the logistical basics in order and ensure we have the necessary supplies. Whether we are prepping for a project or a trip, or planning long-term future goals, this transit will get our feet firmly planted on the ground so we can innovate with confidence without losing our critical sense of idealism.